Welcome back, Portmasters. SCL Matt here for another auction stream. Second stream of the day. Must mean it's Friday. It's time for the auctions. And today is one of the most popular auction days ever because we have a Robo up for sale. Everybody wants Robo, right? Either you have Robo or you want Robo. Pretty much. I mean, not everybody has the money for Robo right now, but I think it's safe to say that most people would like to own him in their collection. Tell me if I'm wrong. Like, is there anyone out there who legitimately does not want to own Robo? I could be wrong, but oh man. Auction day, auction day, auction day. It's one of those days that just never stops moving. I never stop moving. Been busy all day. But now we do have auctions to tend to. The first auction will end at 7:30. The last auction will end at 8 o'clock. So we got anywhere from an hour and 15 minutes to an hour and 45 minutes left in these auctions. We're going to have a good time. Unless nobody shows up. In that case, I'll just sit here for 2 hours. But yeah, looks like the auctions are doing decently. About half of them have bids already, which is about what I expect nowadays. So we have everything from storage cases to figures, rare figures, damaged figures, books, all sorts of stuff to bid on today. And if my page would update, I could give you an actual update on the auctions, but something doesn't want to work for me today. Biggie John Tropaz, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. Glad you could make it. Always happy to have someone to talk to. Won't be on for long. It's already 12 a.m. Fair enough. I appreciate you stopping by nonetheless. See if we can get a quick auction update. If my site will load for me. I think I may need to restart my computer after this. It's not liking all the stuff putting it through recently. All right, let's see if we can shut some stuff down and maybe help out the computer. Big John, yes, we do have a couple of Eons Elite. We got a few weeks ago. We got all 14 of them. Some of them sold in private sales, but the ones that haven't sold yet, I've been selling off about 2 per week at auction. I still have some left that still haven't been listed either. So if you're interested in some, let me know, and I may or may not have them. Just Benzie, welcome. Tropaz, yeah, the auction for the Robo it's going on right now. It's like that's why we're here. It's a 12-hour auction. It started this morning and it ends at, well, in a little less than 2 hours. So we're going to sit here and watch it. But yeah, that That window is not working out for me. All right. Let's investigate. All right. So yeah, I think last I checked, it was up to what 240 or so, I think. That was the wrong button. Didn't want to do that. Let's go here. Yeah, John, if you already have those, like which ones do you still need? Because like I said, I have like 5 more, I think, that haven't been listed yet. You can see if you need any of those. Just Benzie, I mean, the doubles that just stack up over time. I just buy big lots that people are selling. All right. All right. Here we go. My auction's finally loaded. Having some trouble with my computer here. So yeah, we have the collapsible organizer. That was a new one this week. Um, that one is currently going for 750. So that's cool. We have the giant starter pack for the Wii. Has no bids yet. Master Eon's official guide, the SSA version, is currently selling for $1. No bids on the Chaos Trap, which that's kind of interesting. I mean, even if you don't want the box, it's a cheap Chaos Trap, right? Yeah, the Eon's Elite, we have Chop Chop and Zook up tonight. Chop Chop's at 1550, Zook is at 15. Mini Eye Small, a bunch of our damaged figures here. Mini Eye Small has a bid for $1. Stink Bomb, Dark Washbuckler, Cobra Cadabra, Camo, Series 2 Spyro, and Nightlight. None of them have bids yet. A little bit surprising, but hey. Purple Lip Chill, 1 bid for $10. And the big boy Robo, currently sitting at $240.87. So yeah, a lot of stuff going there. Gario, yeah, and it's possible it could go for 350 plus. You never know. You never know. Enrico, the store will be updated tomorrow, Saturday. The store always updates on Saturday unless I say otherwise. Like last week, we did update on Thursday just because my schedule was crazy. But right now, we're just doing the auctions. So, like, if you're not familiar with my process, is I have someone else who does the packing and shipping for me. And so Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we do unboxings. Friday we also do the auction, and then on Saturday I take all of the stuff I unboxed and all the auction items over to Jillian, who packs and ships for me. Um, and so everything just gets updated once a week, so I can make one trip out there to drop everything off. So yeah, the shop will be updated tomorrow afternoon. I don't have an exact time. If you want to know exactly when the shop gets updated, though, you can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/sclmatt. It's twitter.com/sclmatt. And I will always put a tweet out. It's the first thing I do after I update the shop. I update the shop and then tweet about it. So if you have notifications turned on over there, you'll be able to know exactly when that happens. But yeah, the shop will be updated tomorrow. All right, John. Yeah. Yeah, that's a list. So I mean, that list minus the 2 that I just put up for auction should be the list. So there you go. Yeah, Nicario, Master Eon's what is it? Master Eon's official guide. And anything like anything that I get that's not a used out of box figure, a used undamaged out of box figure, um everything else gets sold in the auctions. So if I get books, they're sold in auctions. If I get carrying cases, they're sold at auction. If we get damaged figures, they're sold at auction. So Robo is kind of the exception to the rule. Like there's nothing wrong with him. It's just he's a big high ticket item that doesn't work well to list him in the shop. Yeah, the shop updates weekly. I used to update every but like immediately following the unboxings, but that's when I was handling the packing and shipping. Um, so that then like I could just pack and ship everything right away if orders came in. But if I updated, like if I did an unboxing on Monday and then updated on Monday, but Jillian didn't have the figures yet to ship, like there would be a disconnect there, and that people would place their orders, but then have to wait like 5 days for them to be shipped, and that's not the customer service I'm going for. So Myconoid, yes. The replica Heartbreaker Buckshot that Earthen Avengers made. Um, we are selling that, yes. In my mind, there was never any question about it. But yeah, the customs will be coming up in future auctions. Um, actually, here, let me grab them for anybody who hasn't seen them. So, Earthen Avenger is a very talented artist who has taken to painting Skylanders customs. So he sent me over another box of them recently. We had, let's see, do I still have a picture of that one here? No, of course I don't. Oh, here, I can play a short video to show, showcase his first custom that he sent. EA01, the Gil Grunt. So enjoy. It all began with this custom figure that we have come to know and love as Berry Blast Camo. But now, this next Earthen Avenger custom could be yours. This one-of-a-kind custom Gil Grunt figure will be up for auction on the SCL website this Saturday. This will be your one and only chance to get your hands on this one-of-a-kind custom. I hope to see you there. So that's what we had like a month or so ago. But then Earthen Avenger decided we're going to make some more customs. So he sent over 3 more recently. I think all of these have been showcased in at least one of his videos on his YouTube channel. You should go check that out if you haven't already. Earthen Avenger, just search for him on YouTube, you'll find him. But he also created this pumpkin eye small. So we started making the variants of the bigger versions in with the minis. So this pumpkin eye small will go up for auction. We determined the starting bid on that will be $25. Then similarly, we have this dark spry. So that same deal will start at $25 when it goes to auction. But I mean, he's just got the coloring on that down so perfectly. I'm sorry, my camera is not doing these things justice. That's part of the reason they're not for sale yet. Like, I need to get better pictures of them so you can see what's actually going on here. But yes, then the the big one is this Heartbreaker Buckshot custom. It is just fantastic. And he just released a video, I think this week, about the making of this and like what it took to get that arrow just right. Cause like I said, he actually didn't just paint the arrow. he dyed it. So he was able to dye it from a purple arrow to a red arrow, and so it's still a little bit see-through. Like, it's awesome. It's awesome. But, yeah, it's really hard to show off. I don't have the best lighting, I don't have the best camera, so I apologize. But those customs are fantastic. Um Yeah, I can see that, yeah. The camo, yeah, that's my personal one up here on the shelf. Berry Blast camo there. So, I have a more complete camo collection than most people. Because then we also have this was this was not Earthen Avenger, but here's Captain Camo, another custom that was made just for me. Um, just crazy amount of detail thrown in there. But good stuff, good stuff. Geo, yes, yes. So if you win an auction, shipping you still have to pay for shipping. So shipping is not included. Shipping is still the standard $5.95 shipping. It's a flat rate, no matter how many things you win. So if you win multiple auctions, you can combine them all and just pay shipping one time. Um, if you win an auction, you actually have a chance to add additional items to your cart from the shop. So if there's other things you want to buy alongside of your auction items, you can combine them all into one cart. So you just have to pay shipping once. Um, but yes, there is still a shipping fee associated with whatever you win. Martin, welcome. All right. Let's see. 6:30. Let's give the 6:30 update here. So we have the collapsible organizer at 750. No bids yet on the giant starter pack. Just the one bid for Master Eon's official guide at $1. No bids on the Chaos Trap. Eon's Elite Chop Chop up to 1850. Got a few people interested in that. The Eon's Elite Zook is only at 15. Mini Eye Small at $1. No bids yet for Stink Bomb or Dark Watchbuckler. Cobra Cadabra did get a bid. No bids for Camo, Series 2 Spyro, or Nightlight. Purple of Chill still sitting at $10. And Robo up a little bit to $242.37. we can totally talk about whatever Skylanders stuff you want, really. Um, yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I mean, I'm not the biggest Wolfgang fan to begin with, but that figure to me feels bland. Like there's nothing really special about it to me. It's just a massive fur. Um, I don't know. I like I said, it doesn't help that I'm not the biggest Wolfgang fan to begin with, but the figure, I mean, it is what it is. I have one because I have one of each, but not my favorite. Not my favorite by any means. Mike Knight, am I gonna attempt a custom? Um, like I said, if I do, it probably will be on a damaged figure, just so I don't feel bad if I'm when I mess up. But it's I it's not high on my list of things to do. I feel like I should try one at some point just to see how I do. Especially with Earthen Avenger giving us those great tutorials over on his channel. Like, just put those tutorials to use and see what we can create. Um, On the other hand, too, like I don't have a good idea of what I would create either. Like I would need an idea. I need to buy the paints. I need to learn how to use the paints. I need paint brushes. Like I guess what I'm getting at is it's a big investment for me right now because I don't own any of the materials. I don't have the knowledge. Um, so I there's a big, I mean, not a huge money investment necessarily, but definitely a time investment. But we'll see. We'll see. Sonia, welcome. Yeah, I thought you were here a lot earlier than usual. That would explain it. But yeah, I'm glad you can make it. You can hang out for a while. See what we got going on here. Oh, you're gonna make a Bowser custom? Care to share how you're gonna customize it? Like, or is that a surprise? All right. Yeah, I today was just super busy. I feel like every time I find more time, I just find more projects. So this is really weird with the 30 for 30 going on right now. Like if I didn't have to take time to make a video every day, um, I'd have a lot more free time. But John, I have not gotten Disney Infinity 2 recently. I a week or two ago I did get um a few more power discs. I don't know if you're interested in those. I still have those. I forget I have those in the other box. Um, I think I do have some coming up in an unboxing that should happen next week. Um, so if you're interested, yeah, I should have some more Disney Infinity stuff. I don't know if you want to buy that privately or if you just want to wait for the auction or what, but um, if I don't hear from you, I'll try to remember to put it up in auction at least so you can check it out, see what I have. But yeah, yeah. Going for Bowser's Fury or Bang the Bowser. Okay. Aiden, welcome. Glad you could join us. Pi Magna, you enjoyed the Nightfall video? That's good to hear. Yeah, so I for anybody that doesn't know, I issued a challenge to myself and welcome anybody else to join me. I mean, you can join whenever you want to join. Calling SCL 30 for 30. It's my challenge to put out one video on YouTube for the next 30 days. One video per day for the next 30 days. There we go. And I'm currently on day 3, so you're not too far behind if you wanna play along with me. But I also realized that when I go out of town to deliver the Skylanders on Saturday, either I have to have a video prepped ahead of time, or um, I have to make a video while I'm on the road, or at least away from home. So that's part of my extra workload today is that I like after this stream, I will probably be making another video to go out tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Yeah, Sonia, I mean I saw Courtney mentioned that too. I saw that he was the first commenter on that. I think that um I that's kind of what I expected. I figured there were gonna be a number of folks who didn't know about that, issue from the release. So, I figured for some people, it's nostalgia, remember when this happened, and other people, it's gonna be, "Hey, look at this brand new information." So, it's worth putting out there, I think. Um, so it it's easy content for me because I was there the first time around, and that kinda stuff tends to stick in my mind. Those weird, I don't know, memories of collecting Skylanders and defective figures and all sorts of stuff. Oh, that's very true too. The problem was probably fixed by the time it hit Australia. Um, like they had the issue fixed. I think I'd have to go back and check the articles I wrote about it, but I think they had the patch out there within a month for sure. But then the reissued figures didn't come out again until like December, I think, and so it was a few months later. And so, I mean, that's probably when you would have gotten the figures anyway, right? Because I know, yeah, Australia was always a little bit behind our delivery schedule. Yeah, we had the Nightfall video today. Um, we had, oh, let's see, what was day one? I don't even remember anymore. It's been such a whirlwind of a week. So day one would have been um no, that was day 0 where I introduced the challenge. And so like not all these videos, like that's the thing with the 30 for 30 is some of them are going to be, educational, some of them will be fun, some of them will be just pure information, um based on like the some of them are videos I want to get out there, videos I've been meaning to make for use on the website, um updates I want to make to things. And so like the first one I made was about chill and the different lip colors. Yesterday's was about shipping Skylanders outside the US and how that works if you're trying to buy from me. Um so like that's not something that everybody necessarily needs to know or everybody wants to know, but there is a large group of people for which that video will be useful. And that's something that I will post on the website eventually. That is something that I will probably play here from time to time when people ask me, "Hey, do you ship to Canada? Hey, do you ship to Mexico? Hey, do you ship to Germany?" Um, just play that video and say, "Hey, here's the 90-second explanation for you." So, Nicario, I should have them, right? You would think so. Um, I did actually have them. I had one of every non-chase variant, um, including traps and creation crystals, honestly. But then a few years ago, when I didn't think I was going to be coming back to Skylanders, I sold off a large portion of my collection. I only kept the first appearance of every character. So like every series one figure, basically, plus the superchargers and the minis and a few variants that I really liked or meant something to me. Um, I kept some of them, but I sold off a lot of my collection, like all the series 2, 3, 4 reposes. My light cores, I had sold off all the in-game variants, and I just haven't taken the time to rebuild the collection yet at this point. Like, I've had the figures come through my hands and sell at the shop. I've had I've had full collections come through my hands, and I've chosen to pass them on to you to help you guys complete your collections, because that's the goal of the shop. Is I want to help you complete your collections at a reasonable price. So I I don't have a complete collection now. I don't have all that stuff now, but maybe someday. Slowly acquiring things. How is the dark washbuckler damaged? So if you click on the actual, if you click on that auction, it'll take you to the auction page, and there's additional images there that show you the quote unquote damage, and there's a little description. That one, honestly, the figure itself isn't actually damaged. It's um, someone wrote on it with some marker that I can't clean off. It's a green marker. On the hat, I think there's some initials, and on one of the tentacles, they tried to like start coloring it, and I just can't clean that off. Um, so the figure itself is physically all there. It just has a little extra color to it, and so that's why, yeah, I won't sell it in the shop like that. Fair enough, Sonia. Yeah, like anything, some people are going to be interested and others are not. Makes sense. Nikara, no, I kept all the traps I had. Um, and I've only ever had one yawn trap. I have the light yawn trap. I have never owned a life or fire yawn trap. Those are still on my wish list. Um, basically comes down to I don't want to spend that much money on them. Like, if I can find either of them for like less than $100, I'll buy them. But I haven't had any luck in that department. Just Benzie, where do I find multiple of the same Skylanders to ensure? I don't ensure that I keep stock, honestly. Um, I mean, you just go look at my shop now. There's half the figures are out of stock. That's just the way it is. I I just buy lots that look like they're good value, that I know I can sell for more than I pay for them, and that's what goes in the shop. I mean, it's not like you're always gonna have there's no way you're always gonna have a Robo in stock, or always gonna have an Echo in stock, or always gonna have a Blackout in stock. That doesn't happen. Um, the common stuff, like I said, it'll just build up over time, and even that sometimes, like last week, Tree Rex was out of stock. Right now, I think someone said Food Fight is out of stock. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Mike and I. You know, I'm lacking in Food Fight stock. Um, Like, that's just the way it is. Stuff's gonna come and go, and you when you're buying and selling used figures like this, when you can't buy from a wholesaler, that you just can't control stock like that. It's not practical. Um, I mean, you'll just stress yourself out way too much if you try to always keep everything in stock. It's not gonna happen, and I think people understand that. But that's part of what keeps people coming back to your shop too, to see, "Oh, is this in stock yet? Oh, is this in stock this week?" You never know. So, um, it's it is what it is. I mean, yeah, I'm always on the lookout for, the more rare stuff. Sure, that attracts me more to a big lot, but I can't control what people are selling. Yeah, people that write on Skylanders to permanent marker are cringe, especially when they write on the actual figure. Because if it's just on the base, or even we discovered like the hard plastic for the early figures. I just cleaned some of those off today during the unboxing. Um, I cleaned off. there was a flame slinger that had like not on the orange base, but on the orange flames. Someone had written their initials, and like I showed you on stream. You can just take a dry erase marker and draw over the permanent marker, and it just wipe it off with a paper towel. It works. You might have to go over it once or twice, but yeah, it'll clean right off. But as soon as they go and draw on the actual like figure, like that's when that trick doesn't work anymore. And like I've tried to clean it off, but the material's different and doesn't clean as well. So that's why you see like dark wash buckler there. Big John, yeah. If you want to send me some stuff, I'm always here. You know how to get a hold of me. Yeah, once in a while you can find those deals. It sold so quick. Yeah, I mean those deals are out there, and that's why I tell people, shop local. I mean, check your Facebook Marketplace. Like there's a lot of good stuff there, and there's a lot of people on Facebook Marketplace who don't want to ship stuff. They only want to deal locally. So go check your local marketplace because people have sent me tons of listings from Facebook Marketplace, and it's like, hey, I think this might be a good deal for the shop. And you're right, it would be a great deal, except I contact the people and they're like, I asked them, would you be willing to ship this? Like, I'll pay for shipping, but like, nah, no, I don't really want to ship it. I'm like, okay, fine. Well, find someone else to buy your stuff then, I guess. Oh man. All right. Creeping up on 7 o'clock here. Only about half an hour left in one of the auctions. Let's see, what's the first? Oh crap. Oh crap. What happened? That's not good. Daylight savings has thrown off my website. Um yeah, so auctions started ending already, and that's not right. Okay. Robo, we need to fix you first. Um so yeah, I apologize for this. This is not right. This is not right. So like everything's off by an hour right now. How did that why Yeah, this is not good. Not good. I've never had a problem like this before. Oh, that's wow. I don't know if this will change in time. So that may have just ruined the entire auctions this week. Um, wow. I don't even know what to do now because the system thinks all the auctions except Robo, because I fixed that one, um, ended already an hour early. And this is going to be super confusing for people because like winner emails were sent out then automatically. Yeah, that's not good. Well, so that's anticlimactic. Um, yeah, Oil of Tom. No, I figured out what the problem was and why it didn't change. Um, but the problem is that the had already started ending, and immediately after they end, it sends out um, emails to the winners saying, "Hey, you won this item." Well, there you go. No, I mean, people won some really cheap stuff this week, and that's my fault. That's my fault. That's on me. Um, yeah, I guess I'm just glad I caught Robo in time. Um, like I would have to like set up all the auctions again to rerun things. Yeah, so yes, Sony, I'm with you there. Accidents happen. And I'm not really beating myself up. It's I just feel bad for people who may be joining us later, like coming in at 7:15, 7:30, thinking, "Hey, I'm gonna make a last minute bid on this auction," only to find out that they ended already because I tell everybody that they end then. Yeah. I mean, I s man, that was a dumb mistake, and that was on my that was all on me. Okay, let me see. Let me see here. Quite a steal for the Chaos Trap win yeah, no one bid on the Chaos Trap. Alright, here, you're right. We can at least reset the ones that had no bids, and then let me see to the rest of this. Um Let me see if this even works this way. I'm not sure if it'll take. All right. Okay, so this work. This will work. So we'll get some of them back out there. Wow. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, after what? 3 months of successful auctions, finally found another way to mess them up. All right, let's get this one. The quest guy, how much for damage trap masters privately? So, unless it's something special, I mean, I mean, if we're talking, well, I don't know if there's a good example for it. Okay, so like when I was selling Blackout, the damaged Blackout this week, um, that doesn't follow this pricing structure. But in general, I usually say if you're buying damaged figures from me privately, core Skylanders are usually $1 a piece. Um, Gimmick landers, such as Trap Masters, Swappers, that type of thing, um, will be $2 a piece. And uh, variants are usually about $2 a piece as well. That can that can vary. Um, but yeah. Awesome. Oiler time, you're seeing these go up. Yeah. So there were like 4 items that didn't have bids yet. So I'm definitely putting them back up. And like I said, I caught this before Robo had any trouble. So Robo's still a completely legit auction there. Um, Everything else, I think the emails are sent out. So I'm not gonna try relisting them. If there's any fallout from this, I'll handle it. But all right. See if I missed any comments here. Yeah, we relisted all the ones that had no bids. Got that done. So now the giant starter pack, the chaos trap, stink bomb, and nightlight should all be up again. If you'd like to bid on those. Plus, like I said, Robo is still available for the next 55 minutes or so. Oh, take a deep breath. Take a drink of water. And, oh, I learned something today. Daylight saving time is the worst. Yeah. Yeah, Eric, exactly. If you got emails for winning items, go ahead and pay for them. They're yours. I I mean, I suppose if I would have looked at the auction pages, I probably would have noticed like, hey, there's only 5 minutes left in this auction instead of an hour or whatever. Um, Geo, correct. If you got emails for winning auctions, you can go ahead and pay for those. They're yours. They're yours. This was my mistake. So that they're all yours, legitimately. 0 days without accents. You got it. The quest guy, yeah. So the way that the private sales go is you contact me privately. We come to an agreement for whatever you want to buy, and then I send you an invoice via email. So basically, on the back end here on my computer, I I create a custom order for you, and then send the invoice to your email. That invoice just has a link on it that will bring you back to the website with that custom order. Um, so you still pay through the website just like you would for any other order. So it's just those items won't be listed in the shop, so you can't put them in your cart. So basically, I'm making a custom cart for you, and then you just pay for it as you would any other order. So yeah, you can use credit card, PayPal, whatever you would normally use. Should you get this lot for $25? I mean, almost any lot for $25 is probably a good deal. Uh, SSA carrying bag, another bag, SSA for PS3, and about 20 figures. So I mean, yeah, if they're fairly common, it depends how much you want the other stuff, right? So my general rule is if you can get a lot for $1 a figure, so 20 figures, it's $20, but you get the bags and the game along with it. I mean, it depends what you are selling in your shop, right? And if people are buying that stuff. Like if you're selling the carrying cases and no one's buying them, then no, that lot's not worth it. Um, but if this is stuff you know you can sell in your shop, then yeah, go for it. There'll be a little bit of a learning curve for you. Figure out what your audience wants and what they're buying, but go for it. One of the huge TC auction houses. Yeah, separated from eBay. Nice. Yeah, there are always going to be some issues. Like, I just feel bad because, like, I've had such a clean streak for the past, like I said, like 3 months or so. Like, the first actually, no, it was the second week. The first week of auctions that I held, I felt went pretty flawlessly. The second week, there were some hiccups because I tried to copy and paste too many things, and it didn't go over well. It didn't work the way I anticipated. Um, but I got all those issues fixed and then haven't really had a problem since. So it's it's it was just disappointing. But you see, this one, like, I almost feel wasn't my fault. Like, stupid time change. Nobody likes the time change. We need to get rid of it. We just need to get rid of it. Would Wildstorm, being the cheapest in the Imaginator, Wall Drainer, still automatically go for auction like Robo? Okay, so this may seem arbitrary, but the way it currently stands, it- uh, Robo will always go to auction. For the time being, Green Chompy Mage will also always go to auction. Wildstorm actually goes into the shop. Um, just from what I've found and talking to various people, like everybody wants Robo, everybody wants Chompy Mage. Wildstorm, like there's some demand for him, but not as people aren't as rabid to get Wildstorm as they are Robo and Chompy Mage. So instead of saying like every single expensive figure like any figure over $50 is just going to go to auction, there are a few of them I let go into the shop, and Wildstorm is one of those. So yes, Wildstorm actually will not go to auction when I get him. I've had him 3 or 4 times and just goes into the shop. Sometimes he's gone the same day. I've had Wildstorm sit there for 2 weeks. And that's what I'm talking about, that demand. Like, it just doesn't seem like there's quite as much demand as the rest of them. So, Quest Guy, still the Damage Crypt King, Bushwhack, Kaboom. Um, maybe? I don't recall what I have, honestly. So, were those in the pictures that I sent out the other day? Is that where you're getting those figures from? Yeah, I don't recall if I have those figures right now or not, but I will happily sell them to you if I have them. Yeah, it just depends. If you can resell those bags, then go for it. Yeah, sounds like a good lot. Obsession. Yeah, you have no idea. Um, so Obsession and anybody else who's just come in recently, we just had a big snafu with the auctions actually. Daylight saving time just, threw a wrench in the plans. So all of the auctions ended an hour early because my website didn't change with daylight savings. And so, it was still on the old time, and I caught it, like, just before Robo was about to end, an hour early. So everything ended, and the winner emails automatically get sent out. Um, so anyone showing up now, like, all of the auctions have ended except for Robo, um, and 4 other auctions that I relisted because they didn't have any bids. So that that was, not so pleasant surprise. Oh, but looking at these auctions now, looks like we got a bid for the Giant Starter Pack. Still no bid for the Chaos Trap, Stink Bomb, or Nightlight. The other 3 that I was able to save because they didn't have bids on them. And Robo is still sitting at 242.37. So there you go. Yeah, what's up? Only 4 auctions. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There you go. Okay, yeah, the quest guy. Okay, so you found those pictures. Okay, Gusto and Snapshot were there. I do have a few more Trap Masters. Were those 3 the only ones you were looking for? Because I do have a few that weren't in those boxes, I realized, because they were from previous unpaid auction items that I haven't relisted yet, so they were on a separate shelf. Um, so looking at them right now, looks like I might have a I think it's a legendary Trap Master or a legendary Jawbreaker. There we go. They're all Trap Masters. Oh, I guess that's another Gusto. I might actually have a Crypt King over there. I think I have a Crypt King. So we'll see. I have to double check to make sure that one's not spoken for. But um, if that's what you're looking for, I might be able to help you out yet. Yeah. So anyone that doesn't know, we do have SCL merch now. I'm running it through a print on demand service, so I'm not actually holding inventory. Um, but we'll get you a link in just a moment here. Anyone, I need to. I really do need to create a short link for this. I don't have to go search for this link every time. But you can see all of the goods, including that hat that Skylander Gamer TV got. Um, through this link right here. And as Skylander Gamer TV will say, that hat is fire. So, yeah, there's the link to the current SCL merch. You can check that out if you want. Um, there are a few other shirts there too. If you click around on the site a little bit, if you click to just the like that link is just to anything that has the SCL logo on it. But there are a few other shirts that we offer, as Mike and I had mentioned, the Hex shirt that he created for me, the Fear of the Dark shirt, and we have one that's the Luck of the Claw, kind of featured after Scratch, and oh, it's a trap. It's a trap shirt as well. So you can check those out too if you want. But like I said, all of those um, are available now whenever you want, print on demand. You don't have to wait for stock for them. They're always in stock. So go check those out. I hope you enjoy them. Default username, no. So I fixed this permanently. Um, so one of the things, if anybody has ever run a WordPress website, one of the things you have to do is set up, hey, which time zone are you in? And um, for whatever reason, instead of saying like I'm in central time zone, and that would automatically go make the switches with daylight savings. Um, for this website, I had checked UTC -5. So the universal time -5 hours. And so when you went through daylight saving time, it didn't change. Like it just stayed with UTC -5. Um, so that didn't work. That was the problem. That was it. So I changed it now to say, hey, I'm in central time. Make sure when there's a time change, you change the time on the website as well. So we should not run into this problem ever again. But it happened this time. It happened this time. Geo, congratulations. Got a steal. I mean that's the point of these auctions too. I mean, one is for me to offload some figures that I don't sell in the shop, sure. But I always say it's an opportunity for you guys. Like people, I've had people tell me a few times, like, yeah, that damage is so small, you don't need to, you don't need to put it up for auction. You could sell that in the shop. But I'm like, I'd rather just give you guys an opportunity to get something cheap. Like I can live with selling stuff for a little bit cheaper than usual. Oh man. Uh, Big John auction package. So, I use a lot of the YITH themes, um, plugins. They're one of the biggest WordPress slash WooCommerce plugin shops, and like I kind of I got one once I got one or two of their plugins. I'm like, okay, we'll just get more from you because um, they guarantee that all of their plugins work well together. But yeah, if you just look up, YITH and whatever plugin you're looking, like if you look up YITH auction plugin, you'll find the one that I'm using. Um, like the YITH is their shorthand for YI themes. I have no idea what YI stands for. It's actually like a Spanish company, I think. I always get charged foreign transaction fees whenever I buy from them. Pi Magna, I would be happy to meet with you sometime and look over your website. Um, yeah, you see that's the thing. I've been using WordPress for years and years and years, and this site obviously has been up for years and years. Um, but I've never run into to an issue where the timing mattered, right? It doesn't matter if it says I published this blog post at 7 o'clock or published the blog post at 8 o'clock. I don't care. Um, so that was never an issue until now when time actually matters. And so that was a shock tonight. Yeah. Yeah. That was a shock. but it looks like everything's sitting about the same yet. One bid on the Giant Starter Pack, no bids on the Chaos Trap, Stink Bomb, or Nightlight. Nightlight is the one that surprises me the most. Like I figure someone wants a cheap Nightlight, right? And Nightlight is one that has one of the least bit of damage on it too. So, ooh, that's what I like to hear. When does the stream go live? It's right after this stream. Should everybody jump over to Skylander Gamer TV after this stream? Is this a regular stream on Friday nights or is this something special? But yeah, let them see the merchandise because I actually have I've bought merchandise for other people, but I don't actually have any merchandise of my own. Yes, Robo was saved. Oh, the 10K live stream. Okay. So it'll start the stream after this one ends. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. There you go. Everybody should go check out Skylander Gamer TV when we're done here. That's a solid question, Nicario. I mean, if you're not if you're an out of box collector, I would open it. I mean, until you decide though, like the nice part about Skylanders is you can play with them while they're still in the box. So you don't even have to really make that decision to play with it. Um so I lucked out a little bit. I had I have a very good fan base basically is what it comes down to. Cuz I I got my original Thrillipede was one that Activision sent me, you know, along with the note saying, "Hey, Activision will be released nationwide on this date." I don't remember what that date was. And so I made a video. I unboxed my Thrillipede and said, "Hey, Activision says it's coming on this date." And then it didn't come, it didn't come, it didn't come. And eventually found out, well, yeah, it's like not going to come at all. Like, well, that sucks. I wish I hadn't opened mine. But then months or years later, someone found an extra one. I don't think it was Best Buy because I think or maybe it was, but it has like the European hook on it, the double hook. So I'm not sure if they actually got it from Best Buy or if they got it from elsewhere, if they imported it or something. But in any case, my point being that I was able to get one in box as well, and that one, I mean, is always going to stay in box. So thankfully, I don't have to make that decision anymore. Yeah, Pi Magna. No kidding. Your suggestion on Wednesday actually, yeah, saved the robo auction because everything else ended. By the time I made the change, it was just at 6:55, and so everything else had just ended. If I caught it 2 minutes sooner, we would have been fine, and at least the majority of the stuff would still be up there. But default username. So yeah, the Pentagon is actually a container of chocolate frogs or a chocolate frog box, and inside there they have all the actual chocolate frog cards. That's from Universal Studios in Orlando, or as I like to call it, Harry Potter World. And that's Harold, the lobster, behind him. Possible face reveal on Skylander Gamer TV stream? Man, I might have to watch just for that. All right. So we're coming up on 7:30, which would have been the end time for some of these auctions. Instead, they ended at 6:30. Um, so we do still have some early ones coming up though. The Chaos Trap ends at 7:40. So about 15 minutes to the end of the Chaos Trap. Which still has no bids. Nobody apparently wants a $5 Chaos Trap. Go figure. I don't know. 745 is the giant starter. Currently has one bid for $15 there. No bids on Stink Bomb or Nightlight yet. And Robo's still at 242.37. So that's all holding tight there. Pancakes. So I've been getting this question a lot lately. Like, first of all, I need to find a damaged Robo. I I mean, all the Robos I found have been intact, thankfully. So, but if I ever get a damaged Robo, yeah, it would go to auction. Um, it would depend a little bit what the price of Robo is at that time. So, like, if Robo is where it is at now, and like it would depend a little bit on how damaged, right? If it's just missing the tip of the bow, the tip of the arrow, I should say, like small damage, eh, maybe 150. If it's bigger damage than that, I could see maybe knocking it down to 100. Like, I still feel that that auction is gonna go up for a couple hundred. Even a damaged Robo, I think, would go for a couple hundred. Um, just because that they're few and far between right now. And right now it feels like anything under 300 is a steal for Robo. So, I mean, yeah, I would start it lower, but part of me thinks that people would still bid it up pretty high. That's the nature of auctions. Still waiting on SCL matte face reveal. I'm not sure what you think you're looking at. All right. Yeah, this is the part I always look forward to, right? Can you imagine if I would have started the auction stream at 7 o'clock tonight instead of 8 o'clock or instead of 6 o'clock? I would have come in at 7 o'clock and all of the auctions would have been done already. That that would have been something. That would have been very frustrating and confusing for a moment at least. But yeah, even Robo right now, I mean, it's still just sitting at 242. I mean, we got a ways to go. We got time, but it's interesting to see how long it stays there, I guess. This is a mask. This is the one of the best masks I've ever seen then. Look at all that facial movement. Hey, Pace, take for sealed rebel lobgoblin trade and trap in trade. Wow, words. So I don't like to operate in trades just because value gets funny. Trying to determine what the value of your stuff is and my stuff and what's equal trade value and stuff. Um, I would much rather just say, hey, I'll pay you this much for it, or I'll give you this much store credit for it. Um, but yeah, if you want to make a deal, feel free to contact me privately. Either send me a direct message on Twitter, twitter.com/SCLMatt, or you can email me, matt@skylanderscharacterlist.com. Whatever works best for you. But yeah, if you have stuff to well, like that would be something like I'd be much more apt to buy that one single item from you than um like 20 starter pack figures, right? Or even 50 starter pack figures. Like that's what I'm saying. It's not the size of the lot that matters. It's really the contents of what you're trying to sell me. So yeah, if you have some rare stuff you want to sell me, yeah, we can talk about it. Send me a list or pictures of what you have to sell and your asking price, and we'll start negotiations there. I mean, I need you to give me an asking price just so I know where your head's at, even if it's just a ballpark figure, because typically, I mean, 9 times out of 10, the first number you throw out there is not the number we're going to end up on. And if that's, if that's your final number, if that's your only offer and you're not willing to negotiate, then there's a chance that we won't be able to make a deal. But um, I feel my offers are usually reasonable. You'll bid on the chaos trap. I mean, do you need a chaos trap? I'm just saying, like, for some, if there's anyone out there who still needs a chaos trap, I mean, I charge, I think it's up to like $11 now in the shop. So to get one for $5, like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's still in the box. It's never been used, and like the box is damaged, but the piece itself is just fine. Well, there you go. We have a bid on the chaos trap. Got a bid on the starter pack, stink bomb. So stink bomb and nightlight are still without bids. But 7 minutes until the chaos trap ends. So there you go. Skylander seller and mask enthusiast. That would be a fun title. Mask enthusiast. Name your price for a sealed green trilipede. Yeah, like I said, we can talk pricing in private if you want. I I honestly don't know. I've never had a sealed one. Like that's my other problem with sealed stuff is that I don't deal in sealed a lot. And so I don't know what the prices are for that. And if you don't have the audience for it, like not everybody collects new in box. And so the demand for new in box actually is lower than just out of box stuff. Or the people who collect out of box, sure they'll buy the stuff new in box, but they're not going to pay the new in box price. They're not going to pay a premium for it. So sometimes the new in box to me is only worth what it's worth out of box because I don't have anybody that will pay me a premium for the in-box price. So we'll see. There you go. Default username. If you ever sell, you know where to sell them. I'll be here. Biggie John, thank you for the promo. According to your list on Collection Crossing, yes. If anybody doesn't know, I have a sister site that I created to help you keep track of your collections. If you've been a longtime fan of SCL, you may know that we used to have this functionality on SCL, but over the years it just broke down because it was a third-party plugin and they didn't keep it updated. And I had them customize it a little bit, and so they didn't keep it updated. And after a while, it just stopped working. So I hired some folks to create this site here, collectioncrossing.com. and you can go check that out. It is the intent is all your collections under one roof. So I have a huge database over there of the Skylanders figures, Disney Infinity, Lego Dimensions, Amiibo, all that stuff is out there pre-populated for you. So you can just create lists. You can, find what you have and say add to this list. And um, but there is also a custom list option that we created. We added on there. So you can actually keep track of anything, any collection you have. The custom option, obviously, you'll have to either give titles and or add pictures if you want pictures of those items in your list, but that option is there. So you can you can keep track of any collection at all, absolutely any collection. But I'm pretty proud of that site, how that turned out. It's still a work in progress, but it's functional. And it's got all the main functions down. There's still some improvements we'd like to make to it, but um, it's not my main focus right now. Skylanders, of course, is my main focus at this time. So, but yes, John, thank you once again for bringing that to the forefront. Your price for a resealed chaos trophy. Um, yeah, so I mean, the chaos trophies already are pretty more common than you might think. They're kind of all over the place. Like if they would have just kept like that was in the dark starter, right? Originally. And if they would have just kept it in the dark starter, it would have been a cool item. But then they released it individually. And I'm like, I don't like that move. Like I get it. I get it, but it just flooded the market with them. Obsession, yeah, I mean, I can't say I've ever seen Skylanders cosplay. I think it's mostly because it was, like, geared towards kids and, like, I think if Skylanders was still active now, you'd probably see more Skylanders cosplay. Because like, Pokemon has stood the test of time, and there's Pokemon cosplay out there, whether it's Ash or if it's, I just saw a video with this giant Charizard cosplay. Like, that looked amazing. Um, so like, I think Pokemon would be very similar in that vein to Skylanders cosplay. There are some characters that would be like, I mean, I guess I'm surprised. Yeah, you haven't seen like a stealth elf cosplay. Like that seems like a real easy one. Um, I mean, some of them are harder. Like even to do like a Spyro cosplay would be a bit tougher. I mean, one, he's a quadruped, and two, he's not humanoid. So any of those are gonna be tougher, but um, a lot of them you could cosplay quite easily, I think. That'd be interesting. Oil of Tom still uses Collection Crossing. Awesome. I mean, I've always been impressed with what, professional cosplayers actually do to cosplay different parts. Um, it's looking at cosplay from the outside, like you don't always realize what's possible or how much effort cosplayers are willing to put into their costumes. Um, so it like I've met a few folks that I've gotten to talk to pretty in depth about what they do, and it's a lot of fun to see. And there's a lot of creativity that goes on, and Honestly, I think if they wanted to, they could probably make just about any Skylander work. I'm not gonna do a camo cosplay though. I do not like costumes. I've never been a big fan of Halloween. Um, oh, Pie Mang, you won the trap? Guess we're past 740. What happened here? 650. Chaos trap for 650. Congratulations. All right. So the giant starter pack currently going for 15 ends in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Cars Ignite, no, Robo has not ended yet. Robo will end at 8 o'clock in about 18 minutes, unless we go into overtime. But we do have a bid for Nightlight. No bid for Stink Bomb yet. So there's that. Big John, there's some TCGs on Collection Crossing. With the backend database implode if I started importing Pokemon or Magic. Hopefully not. We kind of pre-planned for this. So I'm actually paying someone else to manage all that for me. Um, which is another reason that like I really want people to use Collection Crossing because I'm currently paying thousands of dollars a year just to keep that site up and running, and it's not making me any money. Um, so I yes, please use the site. Otherwise, it's just a site that's sitting there and no one is using it. Would it implode? It shouldn't. It like I said, we put it on some pretty heavy duty servers with the idea that um, over time this is going to grow into a ginormous database. Um, so it should be able to handle a load, and if it gets to a point where it's not, like, they should warn me by that point, like, "Hey, something's going on here, and, we may need to upgrade again." But, yeah, it should be fine. I I've considered moving into, more TCGs, but that's such a massive, massive undertaking to try to do Pokemon or Magic, from where they are now, starting from ground zero to upload all of those. Um, I I don't have enough knowledge of those cards to even know where to start. So, um, now you're gonna sit back and watch Robo. I like it. Yeah, Cars Ignite. Heartbreaker is going to auction. Yes. I don't have a date for it yet. It might not be for another month or two, depending how I space them out. Because like I said, I think I'm gonna do the custom minis first. So the pumpkin eye small and the dark spry, I think are gonna go out first, and then Heartbreaker will be the last of those customs. And I usually like to leave a minimum of like 2 weeks between customs auctions, maybe even 3 weeks. So that's what I'm saying. If you space that out, it might not happen for another month or two. Um, but like I said, that'll also give people enough time to save up for it if that's the thing they need or want to do. Because who knows how high that'll go. The Heartbreaker Buckshot. Um, I forget if I mentioned this before. So the two minis the minimum bid will be $25. Um, the Heartbreaker is going to have a minimum bid of 75. After talking with Earthen Avenger, that's what we decided. Minimum bid of $75 and see where it goes from there. So basically, he said it would have been okay with starting at 50, but the buying the buckshot figure already was a like a $20 investment or whatever. I think he actually bought it from me. So, Martin, yes, the Eons Elite did sell. Do the Heartbreaker on Valentine's. Ooh. Ooh. How close does Valentine's come this year to um auction day? Is that on a Friday by chance? See, February 14th is a Monday. Okay. So the auction would be like on the 11th, probably. Unless I do it on the 4th so I can get it shipped to you so you can have it by Valentine's Day. I don't know. Yeah, Valentine's is on a Monday. I like the thought process though, Obsession. I almost called you Heartbreaker. Wow. You are a heartbreaker. But that was a good thought. I like that. All right. So we're past 7:45, so I think that starter pack ended. Giant starter pack went for 15. So we have a Stink Bomb and Nightlight will be ending at 7:55. So Stink Bomb still does not have a bid. Nightlight just has one bid at $2. Minimum bid there. So that is still a viable option for somebody. And Robo sitting steady at 242. 242.37 to be exact. 13 minutes left on that one. But then we'll be out of here for tonight. So we'll see. Default username. I honestly think the nostalgia wave is beginning. I over the past 6 months while I've been doing these live streams and the shop and everything, I can't tell you how many messages, whether tweets or emails or DMs that I've gotten that said, your live streams have gotten me back into Skylanders, or I saw you were selling Skylanders, so I decided to finish off my collection, or just all sorts of things like that. I do think, people referencing their childhood, buying back their childhood. I think people are starting to get there, especially people who were, in that 10 to 12-year-old range who are now, now they're either in their late teens, early 20s. A lot of people have that grew up with Skylanders are now out in the workforce, so they have disposable income. And what do they want to do? Maybe come back to Skylanders. So I think we're seeing the beginning of that already. Honestly, I think, and it's not something that's just gonna all of a sudden one day be there. I think we're kind of at the beginning of that wave right now, and it's just going to keep growing and growing and growing, and that's why I think you've seen Robo's price continue to increase because people are coming back to it, and that demand is slowly going up and up and up. Whereas before, um, when I first came back 6 months, I started selling 5 or 6 months ago. And a few months before that, I even looked at the price of Robo, and I remember thinking, "Oh, it's selling for about 200. That's crazy." It was like 200, 250. And now, I mean, you look at it, you're lucky if you get one on eBay for less than 300. So that's why I've said I don't really see Robo's price coming down at all. Along with a lot of the other harder to find figures, like they aren't producing more figures. And if more and more people are either just finding Skylanders for the first time or getting back into Skylanders, the demand's just going to keep going up and up. And who knows how many Skylanders actually are sitting out in landfills right now. because people thought they weren't worth anything. So I think the supply has gone down, the demand has gone up, and this is where we're at. There's 18,000 Pokemon cards and 61K in Magic. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of cards. Come on, someone bid on Stink Bomb. Has anyone bid on Stink Bomb yet? Nope. 4 minutes left. You got hit with the big nostalgia wave around June of this year. See? Told you, it's starting already. It's starting. All of you are just the early adopters. All right, all right, all right. Stink Bomb and Nightlight. 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes left. Oh, there we go. Someone put in a bid on Stink Bomb. Stink Bomb's there. Nightlight's there. 1 bid apiece. But Robo is holding steady at 242. Yeah, default username. I think it depends how they treat the physical figures. Because yeah, if there's a digital version, I honestly think a digital version would do very well in today's market. I think they could do wonders with that. But it depends if they integrate the physical figures yet. Like if they create a digital game and the physical figures aren't compatible, they don't do anything, then I think the physical figures stay where they are. You know, people still collect them. People still have fun with them. People, you know, for nostalgia's sake or whatever. But yeah, if the digital version does reward people for having the old figures, then yeah, sales would skyrocket. Because once again, the supply stays the same and the demand increases. It'd be a whole different ballgame then. Damien got super nostalgic in December. There you go. Before I even had the shop. What's up, man? Yeah, I think unless something's changed recently, yeah, Stink Bomb's still at $1 and Nightlight is still at $2. Got 1 minute left. And I'll remind everybody, this is a soft close auction. So this is the big difference from eBay and other auction sites. This is a soft close auction. So anytime someone places a bid in the last minute of the auction, another minute will be added to the timer. So that means no sniping, no last second bids like that. Anytime you make a bid in the last minute of the auction, another minute will be added to the timer. So then you'll see it say like this auction is in overtime if we reach that point. But that's something that we, you know, you almost expect to see with Robo. Someone's going to try last minute, last second thing, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, if Skylanders 7 comes out and Series 1 Guild goes from $5 to $20, yes, absolutely, that'd be amazing. Make it some extra business soon. Ooh. As long as you're footing the shipping bill. Fair enough. Fair enough, High Magna. I like it. Yeah, even if they reissue as NFC cards. I mean, that's what I said. Like, just give me something physical to collect. Like that's my big ask of, you know, Skylander 7, right? Just give me something physical to collect. I'm a collector at heart. Like, I love playing the games, but I love collecting things. Um, so yeah, Stink Bomb ended at $1, and someone just got a $2 Nightlight. Congratulations, whoever that is. Um, but yeah, whether it's cards like Amiibo's done cards, and they do very well. Um, cards are great because they don't take up a lot of room. They're easy to collect. That's a lot of fun. Oil of Tom, was that you for the Nightlight? Is that what the thank yous for? Has anyone given me anything free to sell? Actually, yes. Yes, I have received a few donations to the shop. Um, in fact, Earthen Avenger just the other day um made a donation. When he sent the customs to the shop, he sent along a few other figures um that were donated to the shop. And yeah, I've had a few other people donate stuff. A lot of times when people do donate stuff, especially if it's I had someone donate a bunch of new inbox stuff once. Um, that stuff became giveaways then. Like that felt good. Like I didn't. It felt weird to try to make money off of all the donations sometimes. So occasionally I like to use them for giveaways, but it really depends what is donated to. Oh yeah, Pie Magna. I fully think that should happen. Like, yes, there should be a digital option for people who just want to play digital, and it's not like they they're gonna lose money on it. Like, plenty of people um will pay for digital only characters. There's plenty of precedence for that. But yeah, they need to they just need to resurrect Skylanders is what they need to do. All right, Robo, 2 minutes left. 242.37. Is that as high as it's gonna go? Is that it? Is that all we got tonight? 242. All right. How do we get to 37? You can place any amount you want in the box. Like if you want to bid $301.13, like you can bid $301.13. Like it's a box you can type into. You can type in whatever price you want. And so like the 37 cents is going to come into play when um like if I put in my maximum bid of $250.37 and someone else bids $250, well then I'm still going to have the maximum bid at 250.37. So something like that must have happened early on where someone put in a maximum bid with some amount of cents. And someone outbid them in a sense, I guess. Um, Come on, computer. You can do it, I believe. I got way too many things going on right now. All right. Um, yeah, 243.87. 243. 243, folks. And this is what I say. You never know what kind of deals you might find at these auctions. You never know. Did anybody that's here tonight win that? 243.87. That's seriously the lowest price I've seen on Robo in many, many months. Oh, I think I know who won that. And I don't think they're here right now. Yeah. Yeah. Mike Noid won the starter pack. Congratulations. Telling you, you can get some deals here. You can get some deals here. But yeah, cheapest Robo you ever seen. Unless you bought it firsthand in store. Oh yeah, Martin, no doubt about it. I still made a profit on that. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. Um, like I said, I only ever count on making the minimum bet, the minimum bid, right? Um, like that's the only money I can count on getting. There's a chance that no one else will bid for it, or there's a chance that all your auctions will end an hour early, and no one will get a chance to bid on them again. So you only get the minimum bid on everything. Oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We sold everything tonight. Now hopefully everybody pays, and we'll be on our way. It's been a fun night. So there you go. That is Robo. 243 or yeah, 243.87. Perfect. Myconoid, yes, you can reset your creation crystals. That's what that game is for. That's what that game is for. All right. So yes, as Pi Magna says, it's time to migrate over to Skylander Gamers TV stream. We hear that Skylander Gamer TV is doing a stream for the hitting 10,000 subscribers, 10,000 subs, 10K subs. I mean, I just made it to 2K this year. So go enjoy that 10K. If you're not already subbed to Skylander Gamer TV, you probably should be. He's doing something right to get all those subs. So yeah, Nicario, yeah. My least favorite is Firecracken. You got that right. All right. Well, everybody, have a good night. I still got some work to do. I'm gonna get out of here. I will tweet out tomorrow when the shop gets updated. But big day tomorrow. Big update. So have a good weekend, everybody, and I'll see you on Monday for another unboxing.